I'm going to give you an example of business growth through a hypothetical example of dating. Let's say you've dated someone for a year and you decide that you want to get married to them, and you hung out with them 2 or 3 times a week for an entire year. So that's 150 times that you guys went out. Well, if I wanted to speed up that process, couldn't I hypothetically just hang out with that person 150 times in a month instead of waiting that whole year? Well, you would check the box for hanging out with them 100, 150 times, but things take time to develop. So no, the answer would be no. You're not going to marry someone that, you're not going to compress that time. You're not going to shorten that time. Well, there's a similar concept with business growth, and it is called time compression diseconomies. My name is Brandon Griffin. I'm a professor and researcher of management and leadership, and I want to talk to you about business growth and how things take time. This concept of time compression diseconomies was first introduced in a paper by Dierickx and Cool, and what they hypothesized and put forward and said that some things naturally take time. So if you try to compress the time it takes to release a product, to grow, to get into a market, there are going to be diseconomies. Things are going to be exponentially more expensive. So similarly, if you want to release a new product, and instead of having it take 5 years, if you want to release a product and get market share and do all that within 1 year, you're going to have to spend a lot more money. So just like that hypothetical example of the person who wanted to shorten that dating period from a year to a month, doesn't really work. So in a business, if you want to shorten the time it takes to grow from 5 years to 1 year, it's going to be exponentially more expensive. And we can even see this in our personal lives. When I was growing up, I took the piano, I did cello, and I wasn't very good at practicing. And so I would practice for like 5 hours right before my lesson, the day before, but I wouldn't get very much out of it. I would have been much more successful if I would have studied for or practiced for even 15 minutes a day for the week leading up to my lesson. So if you are in an organization, just realize that some things take time. If you want to speed things up, it is going to be expensive, and it is going to be exponentially more expensive rather than just letting things develop on their natural pace. You have a great day. Thanks for watching this video about time compression diseconomies, and happy learning.